So there's some new software that I was made aware of recently. It's called Roll, playroll.com. It's currently an open beta, although it does cost you $9, $8.99, which is, I don't know, about £6.50. So I thought I would go and have a look. I'm quite heavily into Roll20. I've always used Roll20 for being a dungeon master and a games master. So this is something new for me. So I signed up for it. I'm going to log in. Doesn't remember my password. Which one did I use? Ah, there we go. So when you log in, I've called it. This is my table. It's called My Experiment. So let's delete this table so we get back to where we are. I've got a few assets loaded up. You can see I've got a couple of tokens here and some maps. So let's create a new table. So create a new table. We have to give the table, or give your world a name. So as I called it before, I called it My Experiment. So let's call it, I don't know, demonstration. Create table. And then you get a link that you can share with your players and hit confirm. And I get a table. You can see across the top of the table, I've got different dice I can roll. So let's say I hit a D10. There's a little dice icon just here in the middle. So we click it, disappears. Bring it back up again. Click on the circle, rolls a dice. Sure there was a way to roll more than one. Oh, you just click on it lots of times. That's right. There you go. So I can remove those. Let's say I've got to roll 3d10. Hit re-roll. More realistically, let's say I want to roll 4d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't see that there's a way. Oh, roll now. I'm blind, aren't I? Well, that was a great. So what will we get there? Drop a 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. Great stat roll. Don't really want that as a stat, do I? And you can re-roll it again if you wanted to. You can hide the total, and as I say, you can delete the little dice like that. So it's got a nice little dice roller. Get rid of that. It's also got a card deck, which I haven't really played with yet, but I don't really play with card decks, so just keep that over there. Surprised it doesn't have my avatar picture. This is supposed to be my avatar picture. Why is that not showing? My avatar picture. I thought I'd created that as my avatar picture. Maybe it's a separate picture. Let's go and find something to make my avatar picture, shall we? Let's go into my tokens folder. Trying to look for something suitably. Let's use the giant octopus. There we go. Very Cthulhu. So, from a dungeon master's perspective, you have a table and you have assets. So you click down here and you have assets, and I have tokens I can add, or I have maps I can add. So if I click here, I could give it assets name. Let's actually I have to click upload asset first. So I don't want a token. I want a map, but I don't know. Oh, let's go to jungle. So these are maps that I bought from TTRPG. So I was just counting. This is a 10x10 grid. It's not very good, as far as I can work out. This is very good for creating maps in the software. What you really have to do is to create the map elsewhere and import it, whereas Roll20 allows me to upload these tiles, shuffle them around however I want to, make quite complex maps out of them. This doesn't, so actually I'm probably not going to go with that. If we go to large icons, what's in here? Oh, similar sorts of tiles by the looks of it. That looks interesting. Can we work out how many tiles that is across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 20 by 20, I think. Let's just call it dungeon map. So it's a map. Try that again. Upload asset. Oh, let's try a different map. Let's try one where I actually know the size. Let's go back to. These are all again stuff I've bought. You think I'd be ready for this sort of thing? Let's just go back with this. Click on OK. Make it a map. Asset name. Oh, ruins. Click add to my assets. Sure, the last time I did this, it asked me to define the grid size. There we go. Now, it says number of tiles, hex or square, and it doesn't give you an option, which I find a bit weird, but it's a 10 by 10. So we go set map size. There you go. That's what I was expecting before. So now what I can do is I can actually just drag that. Actually do that. I thought you could drag it. Let's go to show party. Where is it? This is working really well, isn't it? There it is. Don't push that quite closely. There we go. So the next other kind of assets you can do is you can add tokens. So I've already uploaded a couple of tokens previously, but let's go to my tokens folder and pick some random ones. It's my tokens folder. Let's add Astra. Add to my assets. Oh, let's just call it Astra. Now you get this option to set the token scale. So I'm going to go back to square. I'm going to move the token into the square, and that looks about right to me. So I'm going to hit set token scale. So then hopefully, can I? Oh no, I remember what to do now. We go down from assets. We go to tokens over here. Click that one, and it drops her on. And then I should be able to mirror it. There we go. So now we've got token on the battlefield. You can draw. There's drawing tools. I haven't really tried to draw on a battlefield. Hi. Lord knows how you delete it. Oh, there you go. Just click delete on them. So yeah, you can move the map around. Obviously, if it was bigger, and you can move tokens around. Oh, I was remember to get off the delete. There you go. I've actually added her twice. Now I want to delete. There we go. There we go. I see. You don't want anything selected over there. That's interesting. Some of this is I don't know whether it's intuitive or not. So on the left-hand side, we've got character sheets. Now, there are some default stuff that's been added. Some of this looks like it's Lancer Mech Pilot. Well, that's Battletech, if ever I saw it. Don't know what a lot of the masks are, or the mothership stuff. But we do have a 5e character sheet, so we're going to create new sheet. Name required. Let's call it Astra, because that's who we've just made. Create new sheet. Boom. Right. What is Astra? Astra's an elf. What is she? She's probably a ranger by the looks of her. So then you've got background, hermit, alignment, neutral good. Not really into alignment. It's interesting, that's a big box there for alignment, which doesn't really Unless a character's purposefully or a player is purposefully trying to play an evil character and you've got a bunch of good people, then I'm not really sure how much alignment affects things. Apart from the fact you get the players that play chaotic neutral players and do random things, and they say, "Oh, but that's my alignment. I'm chaotic." You know, as they run into a camp full of goblins shouting "Leroy." You get the idea. So you can put your character level in. Let's say she's a level 5. You can put the amount of experience she's in, whether she's got an inspiration point or not. Proficiency. Oh, that lets me roll some dice to buff myself. Interesting. Take that off again. Speed, 30 foot. Actually, if she's a wood elf, would she not be 35 foot? Proficiencies and languages. She could speak elf, Sylvan, and it's be something weird like Ent. I wonder if we can do that. Oh, we can. But that says proficiencies and languages, so I wonder if you add things in here like dark vision, 60 foot. Can't be magically made to sleep. Gets advantage on charm rolls. Charm saves, technically. Oh, can't spell magically. That's better. What was doing there? What else? Oh, trances for 4 hours for a long rest. And so on and so forth. I presume that's what you put in there. I'm just playing around with this. Don't really know, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't really had a good experiment myself. Armor class. Armor class, would you have a range? I don't know, 15 hit points. Level 5. What's the ranger? D8. Let's quickly know what. Hit dice. Ranger. Fifth edition roll. Look, we're going to default to Roll20. Da, 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 da. Ranger commander, ranger's companion, creating a ranger. 1d10. There we go. So it would have started with 10. Say they've got a point in Constitution, so they would get 7, 7, 7, 7, 28, 38. So they've got 38 out of 38. All right, that's interesting. So I got 38 little dots. Can I turn the dots off? No. Yes, I can. It's a bit slow. It's quicker to do that. Temporary hit points, hit die. Death save fails. Defenses. It's a bit of an odd one. Abilities. So she would have like 13 con. So a massive dex, so like a 17. But this is where if you were creating a character, we could go over here, we could go up to our dice rolling, and we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could roll now, and we get a whopping 7. Let's put that in int because hey, that's everybody's favourite dump stat. 6, 6, and 2 is 14. Make my strength 14, but wisdom 5, 5, and 4 is another 14. Reroll. 6, 4, and 6. Ah, there you go. 16 charisma. Well, have a 16 charisma. There we go. Perception is a usual wisdom score. 14. Insight 14. Investigation, usual intelligence 7. Yay. Other ability notes. Yeah, so I wonder if this isn't necessarily proficiencies, this is abilities. So your proficiencies is probably Of course it is. It's things like I don't know, survival and other things along those lines. So that would be religion, would it? Survival, nature, animal handling, those sorts of things. See, now it is interesting. So the little dots mean that you've got proficiency. I don't know for sure, but I would have thought. Let's just clear this. Oh, I see what it's doing. So it's got a buff as to whether I get a proficiency bonus or not, a saving throw bonus or not. So what's my strength? I would get 2. I would not get 1. But it's not actually. I don't know. See, I'm lost here. I don't know how I get that. I get that's to roll it, but I don't know how I make that anything less than 0. So I don't think those buffs are working somehow. It's kind of a bit mad now I'm doing that. There's your skills. See, so I don't know. I suppose you're proficient in the skills, but I would presume that's what that means. I actually genuinely can't work out a way to actually set those as values. Various actions. So you can fill all that out with the different actions like hit, attack, dodge, hide, whatever. Ah. See, I don't know. I don't know how to change this dice either. Ah. I didn't have edit turned on, so although I could fill in stuff, my edit wasn't selected. So what's a longsword damage? Off the top of my head, I actually don't know. I can't spell either. 1 in 10. There we go. So it wasn't right. Slashing damage. So now if I lock this. Right, so now I've turned all that off. There's various bits and bobs I can change. Like I presume I can put 2 in there, 3 in there, minus whatever in there, etc., etc. And then you turn it back on. You get the +2, +3. So now, you see, I would have thought they would have been linked. Do that as +2. What does the dot do then? Yes, so the dot indicates proficiency in that particular saving throw. I get it. So I got 19. So you've got all your money there. Well, I know if people use Electrum in this game. I've got no idea. I'd have removed Electrum years ago. Encumbrance, you lift to equipment, and then you've got your spells. This would be interesting. Talk about secret lab chairs in a Discord channel. Let me just get rid of Discord. I should get rid of that. So I think there's an awful lot there that you need to put in, and there's no help with putting it in. So unlike, say, D&D Beyond or Roll20, whereby you have help wizards, I suppose is what they actually are. You've got Charactermancer in Roll20, and you've got an equivalent in D&D Beyond when you create a character, which takes you through the steps and helps you do everything. You don't really have that here. There's no graphical dice either, which I suppose is just a nicety, but both Roll20 and D&D Beyond have graphical dice as well. I suppose actually that would be Astra's icon, not my icon. So it's interesting actually. I don't know. Ah, there we go. She's there, so I think actually that would be like that, wouldn't it? There we go. So now, oh, so that's better. No, turn off. No. Oh, yeah. No, there we go. Yep, it has changed it. Okay, so you can give sheets to each of your players. What else can we do? Somewhere in here, there's a way to actually. There it is. Ah, but it's not. There we go. Get that to allow that. I should be able to select that. Oh, I don't want to select the microphone because I'll end up doing something weird. There you go, you can see my ugly face now. I'm going to hit confirm. Um, right. Confirm. So how do we make it display my ugly mug down the bottom? I worked this out the other day. Hey, don't right click. You right click on a website. You're doing the wrong thing. No, didn't want that bit. Dashboard. Play my table. Ah, you have to start live table. There you go. Ah, here I am. Look, it's me. I need to shave badly. Zoom the map out. And you can see now you can see you get the video down the bottom of the screen. But we don't really want to see that, so I can just turn the camera off. There we go. So that's not too sad, is it? Camera on, camera off. What I also can't see at the moment is a way to chat. Now, again, very used to being able to chat and whisper in Roll20, and I can't really see a way to be able to do that either. which means you're almost forced to use alternate comms, which I think the idea of this is that you don't. I do think the idea of this is that you use video and you talk to each other, but it's very difficult to talk to someone privately. There's no kind of chat channel. So in my Discord, actually I've closed Discord now. Let's start Discord for a minute. Take a quick drink. So in my Discord, Players in Exile, if you want to come and join the Players in Exile Discord, please do. If you want an invite, I will happily send you one. Just link chat and let me know. But if I go to this is New Beginnings. Here we go. New Beginnings. Obviously, we post completely irrelevant stuff to each other, but you can see I've got a general and I've got a DM secret discussions, and I've got different chats. I need to hang up really. And it is the same in my other group, Strange New Worlds. General game time in the DM's room. This was going to be my proper DM server, but I shall probably move everybody to Players in Exile and probably close these. You can see I tend to favour black and white icons. It's the Players in Exile to shield. It's pie to shield. Players in Exile. It's a bit of a pun. Probably nobody got it. But yeah, there you go. I've only just started using this, but this is just first impressions. Firstly, I'd like to sit and find out if there's a chat function, if there's a way of talking in different rooms, so it doesn't look like there's room functions. I don't know what's coming to this thing. I did read somewhere that it's something to do with EA, so I presume it's got plenty of backing. I would like to see. This is a character sheet, so for 5e. I don't now know. Now I've got that. Oh, there we go. Add new sheet. So, I wonder. Start a new sheet from a blank template. See, what I can't see there is how to make a template. I wonder if there's a way on the main page. If I go back to the dashboard, the library goes to 0 that you create, so manage template library. Okay, new template. Give your template a name. Stat block. 5e stat block. So add section. Section name. Name. Oh no, okay, so this is a section. Hold on, let me just stat block generator. TetraCube stat block generator. If you've never ever been to TetraCube stat block generator and you're a DM or GM, depends what you want to call yourself, on 5e, I would strongly recommend it. This thing is amazing. You can go down, you can pick all sorts of stuff. Let's say I don't know, werewolf. Boom. Use the presets. You use the preset for werewolf. Let's say you want to make a greater werewolf, or I don't know, silver werewolf, or you know, a were vampire or something weird. You can then edit all its attributes, all its special abilities. Give it legendary creature abilities if you want to. You can see here at the moment it's got abilities, it's got actions, etc., etc., etc. So let's go back to our template creator. Don't really want to call that name. Is there a way to? Let's delete that. Delete. Right. Add section. This is details. Call it general details. Add block. Create a new block within section. Different block types can be used for different things. Inputs, notes, slots, trackers. Okay. Input block, note block, point counter, slot tracker. And create a new section, give it a name. This name will be used to index the section of the ship. Okay, so we want a block. We want an input block. A block image. Name. This is the name of the creature. Do we really need that? Probably not. Buff input, dice pool input, field and buff input. It's just a field input, I think. Yeah, okay. So add block. So we didn't want to add a block above, did we? We really wanted to add a block below. What comes next on there? Type. Yeah, see, they're around the wrong way now. Is there a way to move those around? Let's delete that. Add block there. Name. Add input. Field input. Yep. So we've got name, we've got type. Then you've got alignments next. Oops, don't want to do that. So add block there, add block there. Don't get this. There's no add block just down the bottom there. General details section, general details. So it's like strangely wants to do type and then go to add block and then do alignment. What do we have next? Armor class. It's a slot tracker. The block allows players to track a set number of critical slots on the sheet. Each slot can be set on or off. So it's spell slots don't. Ah, okay, so we don't need that. We just want it. Point counter. This block allows players to track large numbers of points. It's used for hit points, experience, money. Okay, so we don't really want that. We just want add block. There's alignment. So we want armor class. Okay, I'm British. I've spelt it with a U. That's input. Now I'm interested in. Okay, so that adds dice pool to a dice roll. So it doesn't really. This is just this input adds a number of dice. No. So just start the players would need to compare a dice roll against. Okay. Next up, damage immunities and so we go to add block. Damage immunities. That's just a field input. We can go on and so forth and so forth. Add block. I might actually finish this off, but it'll take me a while to do it. senses, languages, challenge. I'm not going to put. Well, I could put challenge rating in there. So this is senses, block, languages. That was it. And then add block, challenge rating. Oh, click on the image one. Interesting if they had little icons, I suppose. If you can made up little icons, you can have little images. I don't know how they would fall. Now, if I go back up to alignment, I presume. Oh, senses also doesn't have one, so yep. So shame I can't minimise these as I do them because it's becoming quite lengthy. I do wonder about this imagery thing. So let's try something. So block image. Somewhere I've got icons that I made. No, it's a war camp icon. Don't really want that. Let's type peruse. Let's try that. Oh yeah, way too big. Although, I suppose if you're just going to do the sort of, you can have a general details. I wonder. Do I want to go maps? Did I? It's a bit boring, but yeah, you get the idea. I suppose I could put some sort of icon on there. How about monster icon? Let's put that in my D&D folder. Save that there. And then go here. Let's see how badly. I think it would need resizing somewhat, but yeah, I suppose actually you could put something sensible there, but I suppose if we scroll down to type, and then we want the section, which would be abilities, I suppose. So if we go to add section, pretty sure they're called abilities, aren't they? Yeah, ability scores. Yeah. Well, I suppose we could call them ability scores, couldn't we? Where's my section? We want to add block. Input block. Now, here's an interesting question. What sort of block is this? This is going to be charisma. Apologies if we can hear a noise in the background. Field and buff. That be right? Oh, now we've done this, I get to delete this, don't I? So I've got name, type, alignment, armor class, damage immunities, senses, languages, challenge rating. And right at the bottom there, I've got type. Right, that's better. It's completely got now. So add block. Presume now I can start from the beginning. Which we do add input, field and buff. Dex con int. Okay. I'm going to do these stats and then. Again, a lot of this is all done for you already in things like Roll20 and D&D Beyond. So I get that this is. If I wanted to go back, let's say I wanted to go back, and I have a role-playing game from the 1980s called Golden Heroes, which was produced by Games Workshop and is a generic superhero role-playing game, which had a nice little neat mechanic in it in that you had to write your superhero origin. So you randomly rolled for your powers, and once you'd randomly rolled for your powers and your background if you wanted one, so you could be like a millionaire or whatever, you then had to write up your character origin, and if you couldn't account for all of your powers in your character origin, you lost whatever you couldn't account for. So obviously you had to be quite ingenious about how you work these out. So I presume what I could do is I could actually create a character sheet for that in here. I think Golden Heroes went on to be re-released, but by the original person who'd done who'd sort of created it, but under a different name. But I don't know what it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's one of those games that lives long in the memory. Also, I suppose if you wanted to create something else, I mean, I think about this and I think, would I want to try and create a Call of Cthulhu um, character sheet in here? And the answer is possibly no, because it's just so many inputs. Any skill-based um, character sheet's going to take you a long time. You're going to have to put a lot of energy into creating character sheets into this. A lot of energy. Um, it's just adding intelligence. But I suppose, like many things, you get what you get out of it, what you put into it. And I suppose once I've done this, I can use it multiple times. And I get so there's a draft saved, but it's not published. Okay. Oh, that's rather neat. You can jump between sections. Um, got one more, haven't I? Wisdom that I haven't done. Scroll down. Add block, input block. Wisdom. Add input. Field and buff. Well, I mean, I can jump up here as well, actually, but what would be nicer is if I could actually collapse them. So now I've done that. Let me go to skills. So actually, but it's a different section now, isn't it? What would you call this? I suppose we could lump all this lot here together, call it skills and abilities. And we could call that actions. Actually, what does it call those parts where we go skills, conditions. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, new section name. What we're going to call this skills and attributes. Probably got a different name, but where was I? All right. So skills and attributes. And then we CAD blocks. I'm not going to carry on doing this. What I am curious though, so if I go back to my template, look, it is there. And I could, if I actually finish this off, I could actually share it. That's interesting. Sorry, bear with me. So there you go. It's my first thoughts. I might have some more play, and then maybe next Monday night we could come back to this as a bit more of a ramble and see where we are from there. Thank you very much to anyone that has actually joined me. Hopefully it's been a pleasure. If you're watching this after the fact, I hope you enjoy my rambles about this new system. I will keep having a look at it and see what I think. I've paid $9 for it, so see how it goes. It's also in beta, so I expect that there's going to be a lot more stuff added to it Might actually also see if anyone's actually created any tables in there that I can join just to see what they're doing. That would be very interesting. But until next time, thank you very much for joining me. My name's Phil. This is Players in Exile.